Discover the art of precision brewing with our Swedish filter coffee machine. I'm Jeroen, and in this instruction video we will share the secrets to achieve your unique cup of filter coffee with the 3TEMP PULS. Before diving into the unboxing, I want to emphasize the importance of reading the manual. So grab your manual, get comfortable, and let's get started. Within the large box you'll discover the 3TEMP PULS, drip tray, brew basket, thermos, detachable serving base, power cable, and the water inlet hose. The PULS comes equipped with a wireless IoT connection, perfect for seamless service and maintenance. And inside this box you'll discover a router, 3 antennas, power cable, a network cable, and a SIM card. To kickstart your journey, we've included 25 paper filters, ensuring you can start brewing right out of the box. Just a quick heads up, it's super important to check that your water quality meets the standards set by your local distributor. Alright, let's focus on the brewer. This is the brew head, the filter basket, button controller, and the drip tray. On the back you will find the water inlet connection, power inlet, network port, and the on-off switch. The basic tools you need are a pipe wrench and a spirit level. Always place the machine on a horizontal flat surface and connect the water hose. If needed, you can tighten with the pipe wrench, but be careful, don't overdo it. The water hose needs to be connected to a water filter, just to make sure to match the specs. Any questions? Feel free to reach out to your local distributor for help. First plug in the power cable, and then followed by the network cable. Just remember to keep the PULS off for now. Connect the network cable to the LAN port of the router. Start your router and then wait for 2 minutes. Now you can start the PULS. The short beep means the brewer is on. When you hear that long beep, it means the brewer has got an IP address. It's time to start a cold run. If you're using the thermos, remember to unscrew the top and place it under the brew basket. Press setup on the button controller and then choose cold run to clear all the air from the water pipes. The PULS will then dispense around 400 milliliters of water. Oh yeah, we can now finally make our first brew. Just a heads up, make sure the thermos is clean and empty before you get started. And also as an important side note, please remove the basket only when the brew is finished. This helps prevent any burns since the brew head can be pretty hot during operation. Let's place the paper filter in the brew basket. Make sure the filter fits correctly and only use 3TEMP paper filters. I suggest storing the filters in a suitable container to help maintain their shape. To get rid of the paper taste, just wet the bottom of the filter. Add your fresh ground coffee. And for this recipe, I use 60 grams of coffee for a batch of 1 liter. Make sure the coffee is evenly spread and the surface is nice and flat. Then you can slide the basket in the brew head. Let's choose a recipe. The brewer has some awesome options to help you get started right away. You can program up to 8 recipes. I will take the preset for 1.2 liter. Feel free to adjust the grams of coffee using the plus and minus buttons as needed. The PULS will then take care of the brew ratio for you automatically. Oh yeah. And press start to brew your first batch. We'll dive into the recipe runner app later on in this video. The brewing is in progress when the blue light indicator on the button controller is flashing. The display on the button controller will let you know how long it takes to brew. If you ever need to stop the brewing process, just hit the start-stop button again. Let's get cooking with an awesome recipe. Just make sure your router is connected and powered up. Once the lights stop blinking, it's good to go. Simply scan the QR code on the button controller using your iPhone's camera while pressing the thermos button. This will take you directly to the Recipe Runner web application. For the best experience, I prefer a tablet. Get started on your Android tablet by downloading the Recipe Runner app. Simply follow the link or scan the QR code. Make sure your tablet is connected to your router's Wi-Fi. In this video, we'll use the Recipe Runner app running on an Android tablet. You are the master of your own special flavor journey. I am all about that sweet coffee kick, so let's dive right into crafting that perfect filter batch together. Open the app. Let's name the recipe Sweet Rojas. The coffee beans I use are from the Rojas family farm from Colombia.
Hola Jeroen, espero que disfrutes del café de nuestra familia. Estoy seguro que vas a poder hacer una excelente receta del café en el nuevo 3TEMP PULS.
It's a honey processed coffee roasted specifically for filter brewing. Oh, look at that lovely color of these beans. For filter coffee, you generally use a coarser grind. Let me explain. Imagine pouring water over fine sand compared to pouring water over pebbles. Espresso machines use pressure, and the pulse relies on the power of nature, gravity. Grinding coffee can be science. I love that. That's why 3TEMP also offers a particle size analyzer called the CPA. This nifty device is both high-tech and user-friendly, making it easy to get precise measurements of your ground coffee. The results help you find consistency in your grinder and grinder settings. And if you want to find out more about the CPA, go to the 3TEMP website. Back to the Recipe Runner. The industry standard ratio, brewing ratio, is typically around 60 grams per liter. That's the SCA standard. My experience is increasing the brew ratio adds more body and strength, but be cautious not to go too high as it can become overly acidic. Conversely, lowering the ratio provides a more tea-like experience, which can be nice, but if taken too far, it can result in a dry and dull taste. Experimenting with different ratios is key to discovering unique recipes. For my recipe, I aim for sweetness. So I strive for a balance between acidity and bitterness, so the sugars will pop out more. Therefore, I opt for a ratio of 70 grams per liter. For this special recipe, I'll begin with a 1.5 liter batch, which I find just right for experimenting. 3TEMP is all about the 3 brewing phases. In the pre-brew, we bloom the coffee, followed by the extraction phase for flavors, and lastly the end phase for brewing balance. To prepare for the extraction phase, start by wetting the grounds to ensure optimal extraction. During this phase, the coffee particles will release gases and absorb water, unlocking its true potential for the next step. We've got 3 things to consider. First up, let's talk about temperature. The pre-brew phase temperature can range from 64 to 105 degrees Celsius. From my experience, pushing it over 98 degrees tends to result in the machine blowing off steam, which isn't ideal. On the cooler end, going down to 64 degrees can give you almost a cold bloom effect, since the coffee bed is also at room temperature. A good starting point would be around 96 degrees Celsius. It's a nice middle ground that usually works well. It's our goal to find the perfect harmony between acidity and bitterness to brew a delicious cup of coffee. The pre-brewing temperature plays a big role. Cooler temperatures can bring out the coffee's acidity, while hotter temperatures can add intensity and sweetness. Next up is the pre-brew volume. Here's where you can adjust how much water pours onto your coffee bed. The default setting is at 10%, but you can tweak it to your liking. Aim for at least 2 grams of water for every gram of coffee during the pre-brew phase. To get the best flavor from your coffee, it's important to give it enough pre-brew time to reach all the coffee particles properly. Aim for at least 30 seconds for pre-brewing to ensure the coffee particles are fully saturated. For even better results, try sticking to around 45 to 60 seconds. This helps maintain the right balance between low and high saturation levels. Let's talk about two important factors in the extraction phase, namely temperature and turbulence created by the brew pulses. Simply put, the higher the temperature and turbulence, the stronger the extraction will become. But be careful not to overdo it. We set the brew temperature at 94 degrees as a starting point. I love the 3TEMP brew pulses. They boost turbulence and extraction. Make sure to stay under 450 milliliters to avoid an overflow. For optimal results, aim for at least 120 milliliters per pulse. On average, I stick to 5 to 10 pulses per brew. For this brew, I select 7 pulses of 192 milliliters. All the heavy lifting has been done. Lowering the temperature in the end phase ensures your brew won't turn out dry or bitter. The temperature selected in the end phase will gradually go down at 2/3 of the extraction phase. I usually stick to around 88 degrees. If you see the coffee run faster than your set after drip time or slower, then adjust the drip time accordingly. Congratulations on creating your first recipe. Don't forget to save it. And feel free to experiment with the settings and different types of coffees. Now is a great time to talk about the cold brew feature. With every new 3TEMP purchase at the time of recording this video, you will get 30 free cold brew batches. You can make a fresh, delicious cold brew in under 30 minutes. It's an easy and profitable addition to your coffee menu. If you're craving for more cold brew batches, just reach out to your local distributor to request a software upgrade. I'd love to hear your experiences with brewing filter coffee, so feel free to send me a message. Alright, that's it for now. My name is Jeroen Brugman, signing off, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care, bye!